Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here, and we are back on the range today. We're going to do some more ammo testing with the 6.5 PRC. Today we're going to be shooting some IMR7828SSC. SSC stands for Super Short Cut. Meters much easier than the standard extruded powder. So, sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Okay, well, let's go head down range here and make sure the target camera is good to go. I've already set the target up. I've got the chronograph set up. I know I need to turn the target camera on, and we'll talk about the target real fast. So, one thing about coming to the range to test ammo, whether you're testing ammo for just testing or testing ammo and videoing, you get some exercise. 100 yards down, 100 yards back, repeatedly. Okay, we're almost to the target. I'll bring it back in a sec. Okay, so here's our target. I just have 5 of these 1/2-inch dots. Those are my aiming points. Remember, it's just an aiming point. I'm not necessarily trying to hit the dot, just giving me a point to aim at. Target camera is live. Target camera is on. So let's go burn some calories and hump on back to the target line, get a shot of coffee, or pardon me, shooting line, and get a shot of coffee, and we will get started with some IMR7828 Super Shortcut. Okay, well, we'll drink a little more coffee to settle our nerves down after getting our heart rate up, running up and down the range. And what we're going to be shooting this morning, I have 5 different charges of IMR7828 SSC. We're going to start at 50.1 grains, which according to the book is supposed to be right at 2,800 feet per second. I'm not starting at the bottom this time because I'm a little more comfortable with this gun. The first charges I've experimented with or built, starting with the IMR7831. I went ahead and started from the bottom. Found out that the book was being very optimistic. So now I'm starting where the book says we should be about 2,800 feet per second. We'll see. We'll start at 50.1 grains. We'll go up at 0.4 of a grain increments up to 51.7. So give me one more minute to get things together, get the chronograph turned on, and we'll get to shooting. Okay, chronograph is on. Target camera's on. Y'all are on. Let me get my ears on. And we're going to start with 50.1 grains of IMR7828 SSC. And again, SSC stands for Super Shortcut. And I think we touched on it last time, but we're going to touch on it this time. When I say loading the bipod, I'm actually pushing forward on the rifle just a little bit with my shoulder, holding it in place against this cleat. That locks everything in. If I was on the ground shooting, I might have a bipod that has spikes that actually dig into the dirt, so I can load the bipod with my shoulder. It's all part of that being consistent. So when you hear me say I didn't load the bipod, that meant I was probably off that cleat, or if I was on the cleat, I didn't lean into it just a little bit. Hopefully that makes it clear for the folks at home. Okay, this will be 50.1. Let me make sure I'm centered on the chronograph. I think we are. Okay, this will be 50.1. and we'll be shooting starting at the upper left dot.
(2,700).
2,700 feet per second. Now, we'll see if this powder's as cool as 4831. It is. That brass is cold.
(2,657). 2,626.
I wasn't real happy with that last trigger pull. We have an average of 2661, extreme spread of 74, standard deviation of 30. According to the book, that was supposed to be 2,800 feet per second. Okay. We will continue on with 50.5 grains of IMR7828. Okay, 50.5, and we are going to shoot that on the upper right-hand dot. Upper right-hand dot.
(2,676). 2,603.
Wow. It's another wide spread. 2676 followed by 2603.
2,619.
Average of 2632, extreme spread of 73, standard deviation of 31. Oh, while letting the barrel cool, I ran down to take a look at that target. And that last group with the 50.5 grains of 7828 looks like a little bit over ½ inch, maybe a 0.6. But since I know that this rifle is capable of shooting down to a 0.2 and probably smaller, I'm not going to accept that. So we're going to try 50.9 grains of IMR7828SSC. And let's see what we get. Chronograph is running. And not because it's scared. If you've been around a while, you know what that means. If you haven't been, I suggest you go back and watch some of the older 350 Legend videos and learn what happens to chronographs sometimes. Okay, this will be 50.9. We're going to shoot it on the second dot. Left side. Loading the bipod.
2,666.
2666.
$2,681.
2,681 on that last shot. $2,705. 2705. Let's see what we get for an average. Average was 2684, extreme spread 39, standard deviation 16. So it would appear jumping in mid-pack, we'll at least be getting to 2700 a little bit faster than we did with 4831. Okay, that's weird. The camera just shut off twice on me while I'm blahing a little bit about the barrel being reasonably cool. So we're going to continue on with 51.3. Hopefully the camera keeps running. So 51.3, we're going to shoot it on the right-hand side, second dot. $51.3.
$2,712.
2712. I forgot to load the bipod. Don't know what that's gonna.
$2,687.
Now, was that luck? Or did I have enough on the bipod when I thought I didn't load it? 2687 for that one.
$2,683.
2683. And for speeds, we have average of 2694, extreme spread of 29, standard deviation 13. Alrighty, well, this is going to be our last group for today. We're going to be shooting 51.7 grains of the IMR7828. I think we're going to have an average above 2,700 feet per second. What's y'all's guess? Put it in the comments below, and we will see. Barrel's nice and cool. Chronograph is reset. All I gotta do is remember to load that bipod. Okay. Now, we are going to shoot this last group on the 5th dot, bottom center. Looking at where they are hitting, well, we're going to hold the same hold we've been. Top of the diamond. Remember, my dots down there aren't necessarily what I'm trying to hit. They are just an aiming point.
$2,742.
Nice.
$2,704.
So unless if this one goes way, way low, we're looking at about 2720 right now.
$2,724.
So maybe 2725 for a group, for average. Shot a little triangle down there. Not real good though. Let's see. 2723 for our average. 38 for our extreme spread. Standard deviation was 16. Nice. Very good. Let's go down and get that target. I don't know if my microphone's picking it up, but I hear some F-16s taking off. They roar a little bit. Sound of freedom. Gotta love it. Unfortunately, they didn't come overhead today. Whew. Yep, beautiful day on the range. I'll bring it back when we get to the target. Well, our first group was our biggest group. And once again, I forgot my stupid calipers, so we'll have to wait till we get home to measure them, but I'll pop that in right after this. So a little over an inch on that first group. A little low and a little left. And the low left seems to be consistent with this powder. A little bit better of a group, just under an inch, I think. Better of a group, probably a half an inch. Got another group at about half an inch. And our third group looks to be probably, maybe 0.6. So one of the things I'm seeing with this powder right off the bat is we're not having groups go big, small, big, small. They're just kind of going small, smaller. And any one of these groups would be great for most shooting, but I think we can tighten that up. Alrighty. And then we'll take a look at our groups from the IMR7828 Super Shortcut. Again, we started with just a bullet. We measured the bullet. We zeroed our calipers to the bullet at 0.264 inches. And we commenced the measuring. Our initial charge at 50.1 gave us a 0.951 inch group. 50.5 gave us a 0.764 inch group. 50.9 gave us a 0.502 inch group. Remember, the dots are only half-inch dots. Actually, they're 0.490 as I recall. 51.3 gave us a 0.520 group. And 51.7 gave us a 0.725 inch group. So the 7828 Super Shortcut has given us okay groups. We've got two at the half-inch mark, and we'll keep coming up that charge weight until we get to 2850 plus, and see if the groups tighten up any. Very good. Alrighty, y'all. Well, we got some more data for the book. This new rifle is a pretty good shooter, and it's going to be great once we dial in a load perfectly. We got a couple of okay groups. We're just finally north of 2,700 feet per second with the IMR7828. Again, just like with the other powder, I'm looking to get to 2850 or better. The IMR7828 Super Shortcut meters very nicely through the Uniflow meter. The other stuff, it's typical extruded powder, which are long rice-like grains, and they tend to, in the powder throw, the way it functions, they tend to shear, they get cut. And it's not a real smooth powder throw, and you have to make sure you trickle up to your powder charge. Yeah, there's a lot involved. With the Super Shortcut, it meters more like a ball powder. Pretty nice, but I still stop short and trickle up. Old habits, hard to break. One of these days I'll get one of those fancy electronic powder measures that does it, makes the throw, does a trickle, brings it up to what you're looking for. Someday in the future, maybe. But for right now, I'm happy. We got 2 powders. I need to get some more projectiles. I only have the 38 pieces of brass, 38 because I used one piece of brass to make a dummy round, so I know how far to set my seating die up. And I have one piece of brass that's trimmed to length, and I use that to set my manual hand lathe trimmer up. I need to see about getting some more 6.5 PRC brass, because I don't think I'll find any laying around on the range. Alrighty, well, we're going to try this again. Don't know why, but for some reason the last file from the last run at the IMR7828 Super Shortcut didn't save. So, with all that being said, I really appreciate all y'all hanging out with me and with the when we have the premieres and watching the videos and liking and commenting. And those of you who have subscribed, thank you much. Those of you who haven't subscribed might consider just hitting that subscribe button, because subscriptions are free. If you already subscribed, double check, make sure your subscription is still active, because, well, YouTube's up to their tricks again where they're unsubscribing people quietly. And you got to be a subscriber to win that rapid reticle evolution scope that I have on the 6.5 PRC right now. Once I decide what I'm going to go with long term, I will be removing that rapid reticle scope and giving it away to one of the subscribers. So hit the subscribe button. With all that being said, quick reminder, stay strapped or get clapped. You are your own protection. Carry everywhere. Get a CCW if you need one. If you're in a constitutional carry state, there's no reason not to be carrying. And I would still suggest getting a CCW in case if you travel. You are your own protection. With all that being said, this is Halfmilesniper checking out, reminding y'all, stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.